Frederator time. Come on, grab your friends. We'll reference all the moments that you might have missed. With video games, film, and TV, the fun will never end. Frederator time. Hey, it's Jacob with Channel Frederator, and today we're bringing you some mathematical references from Adventure Time. So let's get this party started, because as LSP says, every party is my party. Adventure Time itself is one big Dungeons & Dragons adventure. Pendleton Ward himself is a huge fan of the tabletop game and has mentioned that it helped inspire the show. In the episode Wizard Battle, the Grandmaster Wizard tells all competing wizards that they will be fighting using the 8 Schools of Magic, which is a reference to the 8 Schools of Magic within Dungeons & Dragons. To refresh your memory, they are Abjuration, Conjuration, Divination, Enchantment, Evocation, Illusion, Necromancy, and Transmutation. I wonder how many homeworks of magic there are. Probably also 8, now that I've asked myself that. The Season 1 episode Dungeon also parallels elements within Dungeons & Dragons. In the episode, Finn and Jake battle creatures that parody known monsters within the Dungeons & Dragons world, such as the Jelly Cube, aka Gelatinous Cube, the Demon Cat, which is better known as a Displacer Beast, and the Bucket Knight, or Construct. Luckily, Princess Bubblegum is able to beat the monsters and help Finn and Jake escape the dungeon. Now that is a great session of D&D. The series title card actually serves as a reference as well. Specifically, it references the cover for the D&D made-for-TV movie Wrath of the Dragon God. The iconic red lettering and sword in between make it kinda hard to miss. Another reference to Dungeons & Dragons can be seen in the first season episode, The Enchiridion. Finn must complete a series of challenges to prove his heroism and retrieve the book that is the Enchiridion. Finn is told to destroy an ant, but when he asks if the ant is evil, the trial reveals that the ant's character alignment is true neutral, neither good nor bad. Character alignments are used in Dungeons & Dragons as a way to organize the moral and ethical imperatives of a character. There are 9 total alignments ranging from lawful good to chaotic evil. Finn, being a hero, can't destroy the ant as it is an evil but neutral, thus leading many fans to believe that Finn is lawful good, someone who follows the rules and upholds the morals of a hero. Although arguments can be made that Finn has moved from his original alignment of lawful good at the beginning of the series to more of a chaotic good where he now is in the current series, especially after his unfortunate weed-whacking incident. Character alignments are mentioned again in the episode Ignition Point, when Finn asks the Flame King if his evil daughter could be turned good. He responds that there would be penalties to her experience if she acted out of alignment, which, along with being a reference to alignments being based on the experiences that characters have interacting with one another, is also the same consequence D&D players may experience when changing their alignment. Ultimately, the king agrees that it could happen, which causes Finn to smile. Who's the most beloved horse in all of OO that roams around on a beach ball? Why, it's James Baxter the horse, of course. James Baxter was named after the famed British cartoonist who has worked on several Hallmark, Disney, and DreamWorks animations. Pendleton Ward once attended an animation lecture at CalArts given by Baxter, and while there, someone asked him to animate a horse balancing on a beach ball, to which he declined. But the idea stuck in Penn's head, thus when given the opportunity, Ward reached out to Baxter and asked him to animate James Baxter and voice the character as well. See kids, horse animation dreams do come true. Adventure Time is no stranger to referencing film and television. They love poking fun at the familiar. This can be seen in the episode Ghostfly when Peppermint Butler arrives at the treehouse in the fog to get rid of the ghost fly that is plaguing Finn and Jake. The whole scene is clearly parodying The Exorcist. The episode Video Makers features Finn and Jake finding a VHS tape of Heat Signature 3. The film's tagline, "Under the ocean, no one can hear you die," is a reference to the tagline for the movie Alien, which is, "In space, no one can hear you scream." After becoming mad with power and wealth in the Season 6 episode Furniture and Meat, Wildberry Princess attempts to execute Finn and Jake by pouring their own gold over them. This is a reference to the iconic death of Viserys Targaryen in Season 1 of Game of Thrones, who died after having molten gold poured over his head. Spoilers, I guess, but in the grand scheme of things, he's in the series for like a nanosecond. And the episode Princess Day pays tribute to the film Thelma and Louise, ending with Marceline and LSP crashing a stolen car off of a cliff. They watch the car crash from the sky as they float to safety. In the episode Ketchup, BMO relays the adventures of what happened to them while they were away from Marceline in the Islands miniseries. One such tale includes BMO being visited by a noisy blue jay yelling, "Whoa!" This is a shout out to the equally boisterous blue jay Mordecai on the hit series Regular Show. The character on Adventure Time was even voiced by J.G. Quintel, who created Regular Show and voiced Mordecai. This isn't the first time Quintel has crossed paths with Adventure Time either, as he co-wrote the episode Ocean of Fear way back in Season 1. We'd be remiss to mention Adventure Time without some video game references, so here are some of our favorites. The episode Guardians of the Sunshine has several references to various video games. At the beginning of the episode, Finn's face resembles none other than the classic Pong while singing, and the episode also uses many sound effects similar to the Mega Man game series. The Bomba item is also a reference to Super Mario Bros. And the bomb-like weapons they use, namely the Bob-omb. The Mario Bros. Parallels don't end there though, as many fans over the years have noticed the similarities between Finn, Princess Bubblegum, and Ice King with Mario, Princess Peach, and Bowser. Finn and Mario loyally rescue their princesses from the evil, if not just plain annoying clutches of their enemies on a regular basis. The earlier seasons of the show definitely feel more like watching a video game in some ways, with Finn rescuing various princesses, but as the series has gone on, some enemies have turned out to be much more complicated, as have the heroes. Either way, I'd pick Ice King over Bowser any day. Besides, any evil overlord who can also go-kart circles around me would force me to admit that I just can't ever beat them. A nod to the Zelda franchise can be seen in Lady and Peebles when Ricardio, the Ice King's evil heart, returns and wants to wed Princess Bubblegum. The heart bears the resemblance to Majora's Wrath, the final boss in the video game The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It's no surprise though, as Rebecca Sugar, a known Zelda fan, storyboarded the episode. BMO is the fun-loving, living video game console, toaster, soccer player, actor, detective, friend, and so much more in the series. Finn and Jake can be seen spending time playing various video games, including Finn's favorite, Compy's Castle, which is similar to the gameplay of the real 1985 video game Gyromite. Although, my personal favorite BMO game is Regression Simulator, as seen in the episode The Vault. It's a clear reference to the indie game Super Hexagon, and it also seems like a pretty fun video game if you're into past lives and such. Final Fantasy VII also gets a shout out in the episode Germain when Jake finds a sword in his brother's house that closely resembles Cloud Strife's Buster Sword. Jake has a hard time controlling it, but to be fair, it's pretty big. I'm pretty sure anybody other than Cloud would have a bit of a time with it. Adventure Time references a lot of things, but what it references best in our opinion is itself. In the Season 1 episode The Duke, we're introduced to the Squirrel, who is an enemy of Jake simply because Jake refuses to publish a letter he's written for the newspaper column Begs the Question. This infuriates the Squirrel to such lengths that he plots to kill Jake, but his plans always fail. Throughout the season, the Squirrel returns in hopes of getting his revenge on Jake. He also returns in the 5th season in Princess Potluck, where he fires several arrows at Jake, and by the end of the episode he actually manages to hit Jake with one, but it does no damage. He's then seen again in the Season 7 episode Normal Man. When Jake is climbing Wild Trap Mountain, the Squirrel attacks Jake, but once again, Jake has no idea who the Squirrel is, which only fuels the Squirrel's hatred and vendetta. Is this the end for the Squirrel and Jake? One can only hope not. Another great reference within the show is in the Season 1 episode Evicted, or rather, it starts in Evicted. The episode ends with King Worm hypnotizing Finn and Jake to hug him. Then, the Season 4 episode King Worm ends with Finn and Jake kicking the King Worm out of their house in a way that seemingly matches up with the ending of the Season 1 episode. This shows that, wormholes or not, Adventure Time always has a way of ending up full circle. Well, that's all the time we have for now. I'm Jacob, and thanks for watching Adventure Time references you missed. Are there any we didn't get to? Do you have a favorite reference? Let us know in the comments below. We have new videos dropping every day, so make sure to subscribe to channel Frederator, and don't forget to click the little bell icon to become part of our notification squad. And remember, Frederator loves you.